The cabin lights dimmed as the long flight from Dubai to London took off. Passengers adjusted their seats, tucked in blankets, and prepared for hours of quiet. But soon, a sharp wail cut through the calm. A baby's cry, not the usual soft fuss, but the desperate, non-stop scream of an infant who couldn't be soothed. Heads turned, some passengers groaned, flight attendants exchanged helpless looks. And in the midst of it all sat a man everyone recognized the moment he boarded the Arab Millionaire. His expensive tailored suit, the gold watch flashing under the cabin lights, and the way people whispered his name as though they knew him from headlines in magazines. But right now, all of that power and wealth looked meaningless. Because in his arms, his tiny baby wouldn't stop crying. He tried everything, rocking, whispering, offering a bottle. Nothing worked. The baby's cries grew louder, sharper, echoing through the plane until even those wearing headphones pressed them tighter. The millionaire's face flushed with embarrassment. For all his influence and control in the world, he was helpless here. A few rows back, a different scene was unfolding. A single dad sat quietly with his teenage daughter. He was no millionaire. His clothes were simple, worn at the edges. His eyes tired, the kind of tired that came not just from a long day, but from years of carrying burdens alone. He had raised his daughter since her mother passed away when she was young. They didn't have much, but they had each other. The daughter, Emma, leaned forward, her gaze fixed on the crying baby. Something in her softened. She looked at her father and whispered, "Dad, can I try?" Her father frowned. "Emma, no, that's not our place." But Emma's eyes didn't waver. She had always had a way with children, and more than that, a heart that couldn't ignore someone in pain. Before her father could stop her, she unbuckled her seat belt and walked down the aisle. Passengers watched as this young girl approached the millionaire. "Excuse me, sir," she said softly, her voice steady, despite the intimidating stares. "Would you like me to try holding your baby?" For a moment, the millionaire looked stunned. No stranger ever spoke to him this way without our fear, just simple kindness. He hesitated, then desperate, handed over the baby. The baby, red-faced and wailing, settled into Emma's arms. She gently rocked the child, humming a lullaby her mother used to sing to her. Within minutes, the impossible happened. The crying softened, then stopped. The baby's little hand curled against Emma's chest, and soon he was asleep. The entire plane seemed to exhale at once. The tension melted. A few passengers even clapped quietly, though most just stared in awe, not at the baby, but at the girl who had done what no one else could. The millionaire leaned back, his eyes glistening with something unfamiliar. Gratitude. Humility. How did you do that?" he whispered. Emma smiled faintly. "Sometimes babies just need love. That's all." For the rest of the flight, Emma sat with the baby, giving the exhausted father a chance to rest. Her dad watched, torn between pride and worry, realizing that his daughter's heart was far bigger than the world often gave room for. When the plane landed, the millionaire approached the single dad. He cleared his throat, clearly unused to saying such words. "Your daughter, she has a gift. You must be very proud." The single dad nodded, his voice low. "I am more than I can ever say." Then came the unexpected twist. The millionaire, known for closing billion-dollar deals, extended his hand, not in business, but in sincerity. "I have all the money in the world, but I've never felt so powerless as I did today. And yet, your daughter showed me what truly matters: compassion, love, humanity. Please, if there's ever anything you or she needs, I will make it happen." The father shook his head gently. "Thank you, sir, but we don't need anything. Just promise me one thing, that you'll raise your child with the same kindness my daughter showed yours today." For a long moment, the millionaire didn't answer. Then, with a deep breath, he nodded. "I promise." As they parted ways in the bustling airport, the millionaire carried his baby differently, not like a burden, but like a blessing. And Emma walked beside her father, her heart, knowing she had left behind something money could never buy, a reminder that even the smallest act of kindness can change the world for someone. Because sometimes it doesn't take wealth, power, or influence to make a difference. Sometimes all it takes is